Welcome back, everyone. Governors of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, yesterday rose from a meeting in Ibadan, your state capital, where they unanimously rejected a possible merger or coalition with any political party for the purpose of wresting power in 2027 general election. In a communique signed by its chairman and governor of Bauchi State, Bala Mohammed, the forum resolved not to join any coalition or merger arrangements with any political party, groups or associations. However, they noted that the PDP, being a major party, will welcome any party, persons or groups willing to join forces with a view to wresting power and enthroning good leadership in 2027. So on one hand, the PDP says they're not interested in a merger or coalition with any political party. On the other hand, they're open to any party, persons or groups willing to join forces, which is it exactly. Joining me tonight is public affairs analyst and convener, Reset Lagos PDP, former member, PDP National Presidential Campaign Council, Dr. Adetokunbo Pearse. Good evening, Dr. Pearse. Welcome to Politics Tonight. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. It's so good to have you in the studio. Right, so your governors have spoken. They addressed two major issues. The forum had said the PDP would not be joining any coalition, meaning anyone from the PDP who is spearheading any coalition is doing that at its own detriment. The second, the forum also addressed another major issue that has further divided the party. Who exactly is the national secretary of the party? So let's start with the latter. Are you impressed or pleased with the directive of the governors? Are you pleased with the directive of the governors or the resolution of the governors forum?
That was my opinion quite a long time ago. Oh. I know I've been involved in such attempts to wrestle power from the governing party by forming mergers. I can tell you that toward the 2019 election, I was part of the group of people who left the PDP to join the SDP. In fact, I ended up as the governorship candidate of the SDP in Lagos State in that 2019 election. And our purpose was to form a group and wrestle power from, because at that point in time, Nigeria was very dissatisfied with the PDP and the APC. So we thought a third party, but we formed what they call the CUPP, Coalition of United Political Parties. There were about 20 political parties there, and it ended up nowhere. There was conflict, there was rivalry, even parties that didn't have an office space anywhere. Their candidates were vying for presidency. So it doesn't work. It's never worked because of the precedence, the history of mergers, and also because regarding the current situation, a merger between SDP, Labour, NNPP, and PDP would mean that all of them come together and they will have to have one name.
Yes.
Now, imagine PDP. I mean, let's be honest. The largest political party in West Africa held power in this country for 16 years. We have structures in every nook and corner of Nigeria. Every ward we have PDP, every ward. Unlike most other parties, the only other party in Nigeria right now is the APC. All the others, really, there's nothing to talk about. Now, why would the PDP merge with who?
Smaller parties. Which
smaller parties? It will end up nowhere. Unless, as the governor said, anybody who wants to join the PDP, whether as a group, as a political party, as an individual, is welcome. After all, in the 2023 election, if it wasn't for Peter Obi, who went to the Labour Party and took away our Igbo votes, our Christian votes in the north, certainly the results would have been much in favor of the PDP.
Some Nigerians say that's the PDP consoling itself.
Pardon?
Some Nigerians say that's the PDP consoling itself.
Well, it sounds like it, but look at it logically. After all, most people, even in the APC now, most of the leaders of the APC are people who left from the PDP. We trained all of them. We're happy some of them are not with us because they are crooks, so many of them. So we're happy that they are not with us. We don't need such people. So the PDP stands alone. All the PDP has to do is to work within its own problems and its own challenges, strengthen its base, communicate with its people, bring people back into the fold, people who have left, like Peter Obi and people who went with him, come back into the fold, communicate with our people, work with your base.
Is that still possible?
Well, it is not only possible, it is feasible, and it is being done right now.
Okay.
PDP is getting stronger and stronger. We don't have any major problems. APC has never had a national convention since it came into office. We don't even know what the National Working Committee of the APC is. They've never had a governors forum. So we are the only legitimate political democratic party in Nigeria today. So why would we need to go and form with anybody else? Change our name? Come on.
So, and I'm sure that's why Nigerians are very disappointed in the PDP and have raised concerns about this lingering crisis in the PDP. What the governors did yesterday was to buy time. I mean, that's what some political observers are saying. They said, let the Deputy National Secretary take charge while we look for other means of resolving this quagmire. But as a well-respected member of the party, let me pose a direct question to you. By your own political calculation, who is the National Secretary of your party?
As we stand now, Udo Ugoye is the national chairman, the national secretary of the party. Anyanwu is the former national chairman of the party. That is what the constitution says. That is what the court says. Anyanwu is fighting a losing battle. He's a desperate man hanging on straws. I don't blame him for fighting. But it's no longer. We don't have two national secretaries. We have one. And his name is Okoye. So what you call buying time is trying to minimize the legal implication of Anyanwu's interference. Okay. What the court said, the last thing the High Court said was that this issue of national secretary is not to be decided by the court. It's an internal matter. This is the legal issue of the party. And the party has decided, now let me explain this. Party has decided that Anyanwu is no longer the national secretary. However, according to the constitution of the party, which the court also is aware of, which Anyanwu also is cognizant of, is that it is only at the national convention of the party that you can legally, formally, properly decide on this issue. Okay. Even though it had been decided in-house, indirectly. Because Anyanwu tried to visit the meeting in Ibadan yesterday. Everybody ignored him. It just shows you, it is obvious, the divorce is complete. You should go. So what is going on now is that when we have the convention, which will be in August, I believe, yes, it will be formally decided that Anyanwu is gone, and the deputy national secretary who will be acting just for a couple of months will now formally step aside for Okoye, who is the official recognized national secretary of our party.